Okay, welcome back. So, next on our list of pastry dishes, we're going to work on convenience pastry. So we're going to be using puff pastry for this dish, and this particular dish we're going to be doing is a pear tart tatin. Okay, so we've already prepped 2 pears already. I'm just going to quickly show you. I'm just going to take the top off and the bottom, so we've got nice straight edges, very carefully. Skin off. You can use a peeler for this if you want.
Just sharpening up your knife skills, John.
Absolutely.
Now, John, would you leave the core in with this fruit item?
No, we're going to take the core out of this one. So you can, if you do have one in your kitchens, you can use a core of this. Or what you can do, I'm going to split the pear in half anyway. Cut that bit into 4. What you can do, I'm going to cut the base into 6. And it's just a matter of just taking that central section where the pips are.
Not nice to eat.
Okay, and then we're putting these bits of pear into some cold water with some lemon juice and the lemon wedge in it. That's going to keep the colour of the pear nice and fresh looking before we come back to it. The size of the tin we're going to use, this is a 12cm tin we're going to work with today. Just lightly buttered that, ready to go. We've got the spare one to cut the pastry in that we're going to need. We're also going to need to make a caramel. So we've got 200 grams of caster sugar, which we're going to put into a nice solid bottom pan. We're going to take this over. We're going to put this on heat. Just need to melt that sugar down and get a nice caramel from that. We'll come back to that later on. And then with these, what we're going to do eventually is, once the caramel is done, we're going to lay the pears into the tray and then we'll put the pastry on. So the pastry itself, this pastry comes nicely rolled onto a sheet of paper already, so it stops it from sticking. And again, what we'll need to do is we'll just need to take the tin that we're going to work with. Just cut around the edge of that.
It's a little paring knife. Why is the size of the pastry so important, John?
We need to make sure that the pastry goes down inside of the tin, and it also needs to go up against the edge so that it stops any liquid coming out, any vapour coming off while it's cooking. So you need to keep the underside of it as moist as possible, but obviously the upper side of the pastry will cook in the oven and it will rise ever so slightly and it will brown and get a nice colour on it. Okay, so we've got those cut. So what we can do with these is we can put these to one side in our fridge ready to go. We'll keep that, we've got the pastry on it, so we can just keep those one on top of one another. We'll wrap that in cling film, we'll put that in the fridge for later. The rest of this pastry, just roll back up, back inside the bag, and then we'll put that back in the fridge.
Is our puff pastry vegan at the moment, John?
This one isn't, no, but there is one that you can buy from Breaks. They do a puff pastry sheet, and that is vegan. Just always check the allergens on the etiquette.